What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97, and welcome to the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw before the SummerSlam pay-per-view. We are just 6 days away from the biggest party of the summer. We are coming to you live from Detroit, Michigan, as we get set to send things home to SummerSlam. And we are opening this edition of Raw with a confrontation. We can see making his way down to the ring is Adrian Neville, the newest member of the Outcasts, who seems to be on some unsteady ground. His footing, his standing in the Outcasts is a bit questionable at the moment. And the main reason for that is the man who Adrian Neville wants to call out starting off this show, and that is, of course, the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. That is right, folks. Adrian Neville starting off this week's show. He's coming out here. He wants to, he's basically issued the, not the challenge, but he's called him out. He said, I want to confront Sami Zayn in that ring, face to face. No more of these sneak attacks. No more running and hiding. Sami Zayn, if you've got the balls, come out here and face me like a man. That's what Adrian Neville, he's looking to accomplish tonight. He wants to have some sort of showdown with Zayn in the ring tonight. We'll see if Sami Zayn answers the challenge, and of course he does. Sami Zayn, he's not a man to back down. Sure, he has been getting under Adrian Neville's skin as of late, but I guess all's fair in love and war when Adrian Neville stabbed Sami Zayn in the back last month when he left him laying in the center of the ring to join forces with the Outcasts. Well, Sami Zayn, he's been getting a little bit of payback for that moment ever since. And tonight, Sami Zayn will get, these two men haven't really spoken to one another since Adrian Neville stabbed Sami Zayn in the back, so this will be the first time these two men actually have some sort of a conversation since then. Not a war of fists, but a war of words. One Sami Zayn, he's gonna go on the offensive right now. I said this would only be a war of words, but apparently I was mistaken. As Sami Zayn takes down Adrian Neville with a drop kick. And Sami Zayn, well, he said throughout his career he's always been the one playing defense, always been reacting. Well, tonight he strikes first. But Adrian Neville rolls out of the ring, and it looks like this fight will be saved for another day. Sami Zayn tapping into some sort of mentality, some sort of inner rage that we've never seen from him before. And these two men are on one hell of a collision course. And of course, that is another match that is set to take place at SummerSlam for the Women's Championship, Nia Jax versus Asuka. That is going to be a clash for the ages, ladies and gentlemen, but right now, we are set for some in-ring competition of our own here on Monday Night Raw. And here is another man who's got SummerSlam on the brain, now officially the #1 contender for the United States Championship, the Champagne Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar. Of course, Noam Dar last week involved in, well, he sure had his hands in the works with that match that went down between Brian Kendrick and Sin Cara. Really, it was the contendership for Sin Cara's United States Championship. It all came down to Noam Dar and Brian Kendrick. Dar, he won his match last week. Brian Kendrick, he took on Sin Cara in the main event. But Noam Dar, he wasn't going to leave it to chance. Noam Dar, I guess you could say, had a bit of an insurance policy. He had a backup plan. So when he saw the opportunity, when the referee was distracted checking on Sin Cara, Noam Dar blindsided the Brian Kendrick on the outside, caused Brian Kendrick to get counted out, so Kendrick lost the match. And as a result, Noam Dar, he was waiting in the wings, and he is now the new #1 contender for the United States Championship. And tonight, he's going to go one-on-one with another superstar making their debut as part of the new Superstar Initiative, a man vying for a contract here on Monday Night Raw. This is Gran Metalik. And if you want to talk about a superstar, well, maybe not entirely the best preparation for Sin Cara. We know that Sin Cara is not just about high flying. However, if Noam Dar wants to try to neutralize Sin Cara's high flying abilities, well, you can't have much of a better warm-up than a guy like Gran Metalik. They call this man the master of the ropes. He'll do things you've never seen before. I mean, we have some tremendous high flyers, some tremendous cruiserweights here in the WWE. I've talked about guys like Adrian, Neville, guys like Kalisto. Well, I'd have to say that Gran Metalik, he'd be right up there with the best of them. I mean, this man, he knows his way around that ring in a way that, well, he's got a very innovative style, and I guess we'll be seeing that here shortly as the referee rings the bell and this matchup gets underway. Why make me do the talking? We'll just wait and see what Gran Metalik has in store. But of course, Noam Dar, maybe we won't get to see it. I mean, if Noam Dar plays his cards right, we won't get to see that. Dar wants to try to neutralize the high-flying abilities, wants to try to slow down the pace of this matchup, try to keep Gran Metalik on the ground. Do not let him get airborne. As we see right there is a cover by Noam Dar off the snap suplex. And it's a kick out at 1 by Metalik. Oh, but Noam Dar now. Just driving the boots across the face, perhaps trying to rip the mask straight in half. Oh, but a nice block there from Metalik. Oh, now a knife-edge chop. Dar backed against the ropes. Metalik sends him off the ropes. Over the top now, leapfrog, and he caught him. Oh! Nice move there by Gran Metalik. Catching Noam Dar off the ropes and just spinning him out until like a flapjack. And now off the rope. Oh! Beautifully executed right there, and now we're starting to see it. Gran Metalik starting to heat up here. As he got a nice springboard. There's another one. The springboard back elbow followed up by that springboard plancha type move. As now Noam Dar taking over to the corner. And Gran Metalik, another knife-edge chop. And he's going to go up to the ropes again. Here comes Gran Metalik. Look at this. Brilliantly executed. Brilliantly done by Gran Metalik. Hurricanrana off the top rope. Running the ropes like only Gran Metalik can, as now he goes up top. And he's looking to take one hell of a risk right now. Crossbody! And he lands it. Sticks for the pin. There's one. No, but just a 1 count. Dar able to kick out. But a tremendous flurry of offense there by Metalik. But, oh, uppercut by Noam Dar. Dar going to try to stagger him, and then he kicks out the legs. And that'll certainly shut down the momentum of Gran Metalik. That'll shut him down dead in his tracks. There's Noam Dar now. Noam Dar going to start to work away on that leg. Try to soften his opponent up for his patented Champagne Super Knee Bars now. Nice vertical suplex there by Dar. Picking Metalik straight off the canvas. And you can be sure that Sin Cara is going to be back there somewhere watching this matchup very closely, trying to scout out Noam Dar, try to scout out his opponent for SummerSlam. But Metalik there, boot to the face, able to rock, stagger Noam Dar, and now takes him down to the Hurricanrana once again. There's Grand Metalik now, looking to go to the outside. He's over on the apron. He's going to go springboard, swanton. Poetry in motion is now the cover by Metalik. Hook of the outside leg. Noam Dar might be done. Noam Dar just barely manages to survive. At a count of 2.5, Noam Dar just manages to peel the shoulder off the canvas. But certainly, Noam Dar is in a bad spot right now. As Metalik... No, wait. Noam Dar able to reverse. Noam Dar able to shut him down, and now he's going for it. Noam Dar, can he lock it in? He's got it. He's got the knee bar, the Champagne Super knee bar locked in on Grand Metalik, center of the ring. And Metalik may be forced to tap out here. He's got no rope break to save him. Metalik, his knee might be snapped in half, but no. Metalik able to kick Noam Dar away. I guess Noam Dar really didn't do too much damage to the leg ahead of time, so perhaps Noam Dar, I mean, the real trick of those submissions is you got to make sure that you wear down your opponent first. Or perhaps that is just merely the resolve of Grand Metalik. But, oh, Noam Dar continues to go to work on that leg. See, Metalik may have broken the hold, but he wasn't able to get back to his feet. And as a result, Noam Dar continues the assault. Noam Dar now measuring him in the corner. Here we go. Enziguri. The devastating kick right to the side of the head. The kick that knocked out Brian Kendrick last week. The cover. There's 2, and there's the 3 count. Noam Dar, he's not just a one-trick pony. Metalik, he might have been able to break out of the Champagne Super knee bar, but Noam Dar still was able to put him away, pick up the victory nonetheless. Oh, no. Noam Dar's got a steel chair in hand. Noam Dar's got a steel chair in hand. I mean, clearly trying to send a message to Sin Cara, but the match is over. Oh, wait a minute, look who it is. Look who it is. Speaking of the man of the hour, United States Champion Sin Cara comes down to the ring and saves Grand Metalik from what would have been one hellacious beatdown from Noam Dar. Very interesting. Well, you heard it from Seth Rollins. He's given out the apologies, and now at SummerSlam, he's going to hand out an ass-kicking to Baron Corbin. And folks, it looks like next week we will finally see a new Raw General Manager. Finally, I mean, Paul Heyman left the show back in April. It has been quite some time since we last had, Triple H has been filling in, but it's been quite a while since we last had a Raw General Manager who wasn't also the COO of the company, Triple H. So next week we are going to see the official debut, the very first night in action, or in office, whatever the proper terminology is. But we're going to be seeing our new Raw General Manager on next week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Right after, hot off the heels of SummerSlam, that is going to be a crazy edition for sure. But now we're going to be meeting a new Raw General Manager as well. That's going to be, well, you're just going to have to stay tuned to find out. But right now, one thing you will not have to wait a week for is to find out who is going to be the #1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championship match at SummerSlam. Who will go on to face the Outcasts, Heath Slater and Bo Dallas? What's going to be the winner of this matchup? Will it be Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson of the Club, or will it be Jimmy and Jay, the Usos? We are about to find out in mere moments. Heath Slater, Bo Dallas, they sent a message last week saying that it doesn't matter who wins this matchup because, regardless of the result of this matchup, the result of the SummerSlam match will be the same. The Outcasts are confident that no matter who wins this matchup, they will be able to defeat them. I mean, the Outcasts, they believe that their reign of terror here on Monday Night Raw is only just beginning. But the Club, the Usos, they've got something to say about that. And I mean, the Usos, they've had one shot that was interrupted by the Club at the start of this month. Gallows and Anderson, they left the Usos, they left the Outcasts, all four men laying inside the ring, outside the ring. I mean, the Club just ruined a perfectly good, what was an otherwise stellar tag team championship match. And now tonight, they have made their way into the title picture, which, as much as I, given their actions at the start of this month, I would hate to say that they do deserve they do deserve to be in this #1 contenders match, but they really do. Their actions have been impressive. I mean, like I said, in the past, they have taken out the Dudley Boys, they've taken out Edge and Christian, and just a couple of months back, they even were able to score a victory over the World Heavyweight Champion Cesaro. Now, granted, there was some interference with Samoa Joe in that matchup, so perhaps a bit of a fishy win, but it's a win nonetheless. That's what's going to go down in the history books. There's not going to be, nobody's going to recollect the interference from Samoa Joe when they look at the records. They're just going to see a W in the win column of Gallows and Anderson. So right now, as you can see there, a nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Carl Anderson. As now Carl Anderson drives the knee straight under the chin, straight to the chest of one half of the Usos. My apologies, I didn't bring my notes with me to remember which one was which. I am a terrible commentator. So for now, I will just focus on the in-ring action at hand, as there's a nice clothesline delivered to Carl Anderson. As Luke Gallows watches on ringside from that apron, as we're going to see a tag made now. Tag made by the Usos, the first tag of the matchup. As look out, Carl Anderson going for a ride, alley-oos. The assisted Samoan drop. And it is the Usos who are in firm control right now. We're going to see a cover. Are we going to see the victory, though? There's a 2 count and not the 3. Not quite yet. Carl Anderson will live to fight on for at least a moment longer. As now we're going to see a submission hold applied. Submission hold applied by one half of the Usos. It's Carl Anderson now caught up in this abdominal stretch. But Anderson, he's going to power his way out of it. Powers his way out of the hold. Tried to go for a kick there, but it was avoided. As now there's a spinning kick to the midsection. Anderson is in trouble up on the shoulders here, but no, Anderson ducks behind, and Anderson, reverse DDT, takes down his opponent. There's now a kick to the midsection, and it looks like Anderson's trying to back him over to the corner, trying to now make the tag to Luke Gallows. And we are going to see that tag get made. So now all four men have been legal participants in this matchup. Big boot right to the skull by Luke Gallows. And the Usos, they are in trouble. Gallows, a major boot right to the skull. And now Gallows dragging him to the center of the ring, and he's going to drive the elbow straight into the heart. As he's going to go for the trifecta, 3 elbows in a row. And now, no. Okay, I thought he was going to take a cheap shot on the other Uso there, but he was just going over there to taunt him, try to goad him into the ring, play some mind games there. Which I suppose these tag team matches can get pretty chaotic. So you really gotta be careful in situations like this. That's all I'll say. The referee, he's got his work cut out for him, to say the least. As now a tag has been made to Carl Anderson. And again, it looks like the Club are going to go on the offensive. A double back body drop, sending him high into the air. Tremendous impact on a move like that. Is now taken to the corner. Carl Anderson going to size him up for a boot straight to the face. Kick right on the chin. He's staggered. Anderson now up to the middle rope and a drop kick. Right on the money. The drop kick connects. And now into the cover. Into the cover. There's a 1 count. There's a 2. But we're not going to get the 3. The Usos hanging on by a very thin thread right now, as the Club are in control. Gallows and Anderson are bringing the fight to the Usos here. Doing a very smart job here. Tag team fundamentals. Isolate one half of the team and just proceed to wear them down. Make frequent tags in and out. Keep yourselves fresh. Oh, and now, no. There we see it. There it is. You knew it had to happen at some point or another. Some sort of shenanigans. As now the cover. Is this going to do it? Is this going to be the end for the Usos? No. Kick out just before the 3. Once again. But how much longer? How much fight does this Uso have left? How much longer will he be able to hang on? As Gallows now. No, not going to get the tag this time. Not going to get the tag this time. It's now the roll-up. Roll-up. Gallows is stacked on his shoulders. 1, 2. No. Gallows survives. But the tables are starting to turn here. Tables are starting to turn. Forearm to the face. And now the Usos are heating up. Gallows in trouble. Drop kick to the back. Drop kick to the back is now... Are we going to see the tag made? Perhaps. And it's got to happen now. The tables have turned. Now's the chance. Make the tag, and here it is. And now Luke Gallows, he's going to go for a ride. As there's a double hip toss, double elbow drop, double kip up. And you can't get much more in sync than that. These two men, I mean, to say that they're on the same page would be an understatement. So there's a kick to the midsection. Oh, and a double chop there. Gallows gets leveled. Is now to the top rope he goes, but wait a minute. Gallows is over to the corner. Gallows makes a tag. Gallows makes a tag to Carl Anderson. And now Anderson is the legal participant in this matchup. Kick to the face of, oh, and now a drop kick. Anderson quickly turns the table, shuts down the rally, and now he disposes of the other Uso. So 2 men are down on the outside. 2 men currently duking it out in the ring. Oh, as there's a European uppercut. Devastating European uppercut in the corner. As Carl Anderson up top now. Look out. Flying high. Leg drop. Leg drop connects by Anderson. Hook of the leg. 2. And no. Almost a 3 count, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. As Luke Gallows now, or I should say Carl Anderson rather. God, now I'm getting them confused. Can't get a much worse commentator than me. Oh, but wait a minute. Anderson, a couple of elbows to the side of the head. He gets staggered and a super kick. Super kick nearly kicked Anderson's head off. Cover now. 2. And this match, no, it is not over. Not just yet. As Gallows gets back up to the apron. And now Gallows a shot. A shot to the legal Uso. Now he's backing off. No! Looked like he was going to back off, but that was just a fake out to throw Gallows off his game. He got him off the apron. Anderson, meanwhile, still in the ring. Still on the receiving end, but Anderson did have time to recover, and yep, there it is. The distraction will still pay dividends nonetheless for the Club, as now Carl Anderson, Thez press. A number of punches to the head. Is now bringing him up to his feet. Oh, nope. Thought maybe we'd see a tag there, but it's countered. Is now Anderson. Wait a minute, what's happening here? It looks like the Uso, he's trying to figure out a game plan. But hesitations like that certainly aren't going to do you any favors. Well, right now, Anderson, he's in a world of trouble, taken down to the scoop slam, and are we going to see it? Uso splash. A major move, double team maneuver, but no, Gallows is there to make the save. What otherwise could have put this match away, could have spelled the end for the Club, now sees the match continue. As Carl Anderson now punches the midsection. Carl Anderson back up to his feet. And Carl Anderson, a rocket kick. Rocket kick by Carl Anderson. And while that might not put this Uso away, it has certainly been a game changer, as the tag now is going to be made to Luke Gallows. And are we going to see now if the Uso splash didn't put the match away? How about this? A magic killer. Gallows hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 3. The other Uso can't make it in time. And it is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson who pick up the win. And just like that, they are on their way to SummerSlam. These are the two men who will challenge Heath Slater and Bo Dallas of the Outcasts for the Raw Tag Team titles. And the Usos, I mean, they put up a valiant effort, but in the end, you just can't beat the Club. They're too tricky, too crafty, too tough. So now that we have determined the #1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships, it is time to run down the Raw half of the SummerSlam match card. First up, we have another match that was officially confirmed just earlier this evening. We will see Adrian Neville of the Outcasts go one-on-one with his former ally and former challenger for the United States Championship, Sami Zayn. These two men were former best friends, now turned bitter enemies. Adrian Neville has turned to the dark side, so to speak, joining up with the Outcasts. And Sami Zayn, well, he's had to tap into a fire and anger that he has never tapped into before. Who is going to stand tall when these two gifted athletes collide at the biggest party of the summer? Next up, we have a matchup that was pretty much set in stone after last week's show. This one is for the United States Championship. It will be another member of the Outcasts, Sin Cara, defending his gold against the #1 contender, the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar. The contendership came down to Noam Dar and Brian Kendrick, but it was Dar who cost Kendrick his opportunity last week. So now, will Noam Dar be able to live up to the hype that he's built up for himself, or will he fall short, and will Sin Cara once again retain the gold? Then, of course, we've got a matchup that was announced way back at Cyber Sunday. This one for the Women's Championship. It'll be the Empress, Asuka, taking on Nia Jax. Jax is determined to find Asuka's breaking point, but Asuka says that she fears no one, will fight anyone, and will defeat everyone. She says all it'll take is one good, well-placed kick to put Nia Jax down. We'll see if she can live up to that claim this Sunday. Then we've got another bitter rivalry which is sure to reach its conclusion at SummerSlam. This one may draw some blood as it's incredibly personal, as we will see Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf, go one-on-one with the man who he used to work under, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has made peace with his inner demons. He has apologized to everyone who he has wronged in the past. But will this change of heart be enough to give him the resolve to put away Baron Corbin once and for all? Or will history repeat itself, and will we see Baron Corbin defeat Seth Rollins once again and remain unbeaten? Then, of course, is the matchup which was just confirmed moments ago. This one for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Outcasts will go head-to-head with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson of the Club. Gallows and Anderson have made quite an impact since arriving on the scene. They've taken out the Dudley Boys, they've taken out Edge and Christian, they've sidelined legends, but the Outcasts still relatively unproven. Perhaps some people still doubting their abilities. The Outcasts looking to make a major statement at SummerSlam, and they would do just that if they could conquer the Club. But last and certainly not least for the Raw half, we have the World Heavyweight Championship Showdown. This one will see the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, go one-on-one with the King of Swing, the leader of Monday Night Raw, Cesaro. Since winning the championship at WrestleMania, Cesaro has been on a tear, going through opponent after opponent, Samoa Joe even making that list back in the triple threat at Battleground. But Samoa Joe, he destroyed AJ Styles at Cyber Sunday, put him down for a 10 count, and now Samoa Joe appears to be more deadly than ever. Will we see Cesaro's tremendous World Championship reign come crashing down at the hands of Samoa Joe, or will Cesaro live to fight another day? That wraps up the Raw half of things. Next time, we will see the SmackDown side of the SummerSlam card, but for right now, we kick it back to ringside for the final confrontation between these two warriors ahead of their world title match at SummerSlam. That's right, folks. The contract signing, although I guess it's less of an official contract signing since these two men in separate locations earlier on in the night were forced to sign the contract. So this is more of a, not the usual contract signing you'd see, but rather just a a final exchange of words between these two men. You see that the world champion Cesaro is already in the ring, and this time you can see that Cesaro not dressed to the nines, not wearing his typical suit and tie, because, you know, the last time that happened, Cesaro found himself on the receiving end of a beatdown. Tonight, Cesaro looks a little more prepared should a fight break out. But of course, Triple H is here. He's going to try to ensure that that does not happen. Try to preserve that main event at SummerSlam. Powerful words from the world champion Cesaro. But wait a minute, I thought Triple H was here to try to prevent this. But clearly Samoa Joe does not care, and Cesaro, well, if Joe's gonna strike first, well then of course Cesaro's gonna strike back. And now these two men exchanging blows on the outside. Cesaro whipped into the barricade, and you saw Samoa Joe look back to Triple H saying, well, if you don't want us to fight, what are you gonna do about it? As now Triple H goes to the outside, and now it's Triple H putting his hands on Samoa Joe. Triple H now, kick to the midsection, looking for the pedigree. But no, wait a minute, Samoa Joe just leveled Triple H. He just leveled the COO of the WWE. And now Samoa Joe turns his attention back to the world champion Cesaro. As Samoa Joe now, he's going after the world champion, going for the Chimeraplex in the ring. Triple H still stunned on the outside. And now the Game making his way back into the ring. Meanwhile, Cesaro taken down with the Chimeraplex. And Triple H again trying to break this up. Triple H, well, more than just trying to keep these two men apart. Triple H is he's getting down and dirty as well. He's in the fight as well. He's in the thick of things. But Samoa Joe continues to strike away at Triple H. Oh no. Triple H taken to the corner. Samoa Joe takes Triple H up on his shoulders. Oh my God! Samoa Joe just leveled the Game Triple H with a muscle buster. And now he's taking Cesaro to the corner. Samoa Joe, one muscle buster to Triple H, and he delivers one to the world champion. Samoa Joe cannot be stopped. SummerSlam is going to be hellacious. But for now, we're out of time. I will see you then.